Good morning, gorgeous people. I'm Honjo. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm on a weight loss journey to lose around 100 pounds, and I am so glad you are here. First things first, have you checked out my Amazon swimsuit haul? I just put one out on Monday. I'll leave a link above. It's a great place to get some inspiration, get some ideas, see what a swimming costume bikini is going to look like on a fat body, because that's my body. I know the models that they always have for these things, even if they are curvy or plus size, they're always sort of the wrong type of curve. They don't actually have like lumps and rolls and bumps. So if you want to see something on a real person, then click the link above and that will take you straight to that video. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, let's talk about weight loss. Let's talk about my life. So things that are going well for me are meditation is not going well. You know, last week when I talked about setting the bar low, and I was talking about doing my mile, doing, a mile a day, do it when you can. Similar with my meditation, to be honest. So it started off with 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes was just kind of doing my head in. It was too much. And I've been really proud of myself because every day, with the exception of today, I've gotten up and then I have kind of gone into the other room and I've just sat there and sort of tried to om it out, but it's been hard. So instead of stressing about trying to do that 10 minutes, gradually I've been looking for shorter and shorter meditations. And I've also changed the meditation that I'm looking for. Because at first I was doing sort of, positivity ones, or, for your morning was the kind of the theme that I was looking under. And I also did like some confidence ones, I think. I can't remember. But, it was just a lot of talking, and I couldn't get in the zone. So I was like, let's just take it right down. Let's do a 5-minute meditation. Let's do some breathing meditation. Because honestly, when I've meditated, when I used to go to yoga and we would do the meditation, they do focus a lot on the breath. And these are longer meditations as well. It's like 20, 25-minute meditations. It's in a group setting. It's all, the lights are low, the music's on, the incense is burning, or essential oils, whatever. And so you're kind of, there's no kids, no family, no chores, just you and your teacher and the other students in the class. So it was a lot easier for me to kind of get into the zone then. And that always, started off kind of focus on your breathing, breathe in, breathe out. So I decided I'm just going to focus on short breathing meditations. So I found a couple of like 5-minute ones I've been doing the last couple of days. This morning actually was the first day. I was just in a rush this morning, honestly. I thought I had plenty of time, but then I had to make the kids lunches, and then it just was like, meh. So once I got home, it was actually pretty nice because I was able to just sit on my sofa and meditate. I just sat there for the whole 5 minutes. I don't know about anyone else either. When you're closing your eyes and meditating, definitely my eyes start watering constantly, and it's like they're tearing up. And I also yawn quite a bit when I'm meditating. This particular meditation this morning, a couple of things make me laugh because the person leading the meditation is talking about when you breathe in, you might be able to feel your floating rib. And I was like, I can't feel anything. There's just fat there. There's no room. Even when I breathe in and I'm sat down, everything's still kind of squashed together. And that made me, slightly amused. And then the other thing is I just can't seem to stop yawning. But I think it's something that I'm going to pursue for the next 67 or 60 days, whatever, how many days are left at least, because it is something that I think really does have a lot of benefits and will serve me well for the future. Like when I'm about to lose my shit, when the kids are going off, if I can take, 5 deep breaths. Even if it's Daniel Tiger style, when you want to roar, take a deep breath, and I don't know the rest actually, but something like that. When you feel so mad that you're gonna roar, take a deep breath. Even Daniel Tiger's into meditation, so can't be wrong. That's what they're teaching the kids these days. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on with it, but set the bar low. do a 5-minute one. That's good enough for me. So that's the meditation. I mean, yeah. Then what else? Okay, so let's talk about the food sitch. I don't know if I've explained quite how I do this with my carbs. I don't know if it's actually carb cycling, because it's not like I have 0 carb days and I don't count any of it. So I don't actually know, like I'm having 300 grams of carbs or anything like that. But what I tend to do is on the weigh day, so when weigh day for me is Tuesday, which is when I generally would film one of these, or I have to film myself at least weighing in on the Tuesday. So on Tuesday, Wednesday, I will, for dinner, allow myself, or I will plan for something that has a little bit more carbs, that's really going to satiate and kind of fill that craving that I have for carbs. So for this week, I think I've planned to do like turkey enchiladas. So I'll be using fajita, the wraps. And what else have I planned? Tomorrow night I'm planning on doing a Japanese hot pot. The reason I'm doing that tomorrow, that's not full of carbs, but it does have a little bit more sodium in the sauce than I'd like. So obviously I don't want to do that the night before I weigh in either. So it's kind of like a little bit strategic as well. But I just want to make sure that my weigh-in day on a Tuesday is going to be as like positive as I can for the week for me. Obviously our weight kind of goes up and down every single day, and I am actually probably going to be starting to weigh myself every day just so I can kind of see, the trend. And again, as long as the trend is going down, it's okay if some days it goes up, some days it goes down. I know my husband definitely weighs himself a lot. He's a little bit obsessed. But he, always notes, he says, I can tell I ate carbs the night before because my weight has gone up a pound or 2. So I think that's just kind of going to be something interesting to see. I'm not going to be documenting that on my channel. I'll still just be doing the one weekly weigh-in and showing how that progression is going. And then the weekend, wow, the weekends are so hard. If you catch up with me on Instagram, on YouTube, where I've been posting daily updates, you'll know that I do find the weekends hard because there's always just that feeling of it's the weekend. And if it wasn't drinking, it's eating on the weekend. So this week I'm going to try and put in a plan. I mean, I try to do this every week, but I normally don't quite get around to it. I feel like my meal planning goes from Monday to Friday, and then the weekend's like a free-for-all because I don't always know what we're going to do at the weekend. So, some days we go out on a weekend and maybe we'll have lunch out. I mean, that obviously has been a little bit less happening since COVID. Or we'll, say I'm tired and I'd like to get takeaway or something. So I don't like to plan for the weekend in that sense. Plus, I'm kind of hoping that we will get takeaway so I don't have to cook. Otherwise, if I meal plan, it means I have to cook all week. So I guess that's part of my thinking, honestly. Which is good to know. But my plan for this week is I am going to try and meal plan a little bit more in advance what we're doing for the weekend, just so I can make sure my carbs aren't getting too out of hand. The weekend just gone was my husband's birthday. I don't actually feel like I ate too many carbs. We had a Korean barbecue on Saturday. We had it for lunch and dinner, actually. And I only had a very, very small amount of rice, but I definitely feel like I overate a little bit, just to the point of feeling quite full. But we did have lots of veggie sides. So we had kimchi, we had bean sprouts, we had radish, we had like fish cake things. We had seaweed salad. I love that. Sunday we had pancakes for brunch. So, I'm doing intermittent fasting, so I don't usually eat until lunchtime. We did pancakes, homemade pancakes. I make everything from scratch. And that was one thing that I definitely knew that I just ate too much of. And I did actually kind of just look up the calories, just to see. And I think it probably was around 1,000 calories because I had 5 pancakes, sort of this size. And then we have heavy cream with it that I whip, and then syrup, and then strawberries. So that was about 1,000 calories. That was a lot. So after we ate that, we then went out for a 4-mile walk. I was still full by the time we came back, to be honest. And we got back around 4, and then we were like, let's have an early dinner quickly. So we ate a little bit of the leftovers from the Korean barbecue. So there was a very small bit of meat left, a couple of mouthfuls each. And then I ate some more kimchi, a bit more daikon, a bit more seaweed salad. And I didn't have any rice. My husband had the rice. And then we went out for an evening kind of crazy walk. We've been walking in the evening sometimes, a couple of times this week, just popping the kids in the pushchair, snuggling with them with a blanket. So I've been bathing them, getting them in their pajamas, and then we said, let's go out for like an evening walk, just to kind of walk it off. And it's felt really good. It's actually really nice. It's nice and cool. There's no one else around. And because it's just me and my husband, the kids are sat in the pushchair chilling. It's really easy for us to get a good pace. So I did my fastest 3-mile walk. So it came in at a mile in about just under 20-minute mile. So we did 3 miles in just under an hour. It was like 58 minutes or 59 minutes. So I'm really pleased with that. It does show that I can walk faster, because normally it takes us, an hour and a half, 2 hours to do 2 miles when the kids are with me. And I know a lot of you can relate to the struggles of having the kids with you, but you do what you do and do what you can do. And, that is all you can do, really. Just keep trying. So we've also, me and my husband, we actually want to do more of these evening walks. We're planning to go on a walk this evening. The kids are at school today, it's Monday, so I probably am not going to go for a walk. I'll probably go for a walk with them when we get home. Plus, if we're out walking, they're not making a mess in the house. So it's kind of like a win-win. I'm getting my walk on, they're getting some exercise, getting some fresh air, and the house stays clean. For dinner, I am planning on making the rajma, which was the kidney bean curry, but I don't think I've got any kidney beans, so I'm going to use pinto beans, and I hope that's okay to use that as a substitution, but I've got so many pinto beans that I don't know what to do with, so I'm just going to make curries with them, to be honest, in the place of kidney beans. And we really enjoyed the rajma last week, so I'm going to make that. And then I bought some aubergine, some eggplant. I'm going to make an eggplant curry. And then we've got some leftover rice, so my husband and kids will have the rice. So that's pretty low carb meal. And then we're going to walk after dinner, hopefully, fingers crossed, as long as, we get everything in order. And then, oh my gosh, what was I going to say? So the Indian food that I'm going to be preparing tonight is, of course, meatless, which, as I mentioned a few times before, that I am trying to incorporate more meatless meals into my repertoire. This will be a good meal that doesn't have any meat, but we also are going to get a lot of protein from the beans. Okay, this video is starting to get really long, but I just want to say I made nice ice cream. I have no idea what I'm even doing, but last week when I was talking about eating a whole thing of ice cream, so many of you recommended that I try nice ice cream. I looked it up, I thought you might have just had I thought it was a brand, Nice Ice Cream. Turns out it's banana ice cream. So I grabbed some bananas, I froze them this morning, chopped them up, chucked them in the freezer, and now I'm about to blend them, and then I'm going to be making, so I might leave one plain. I think I'm going to do 3, because I only just thought about it, and I don't really have any other toppings, but I'm going to do a plain one, probably, and then, depending on if it tastes nice, and then the second one, I want to do like a chocolate one, but I'm going to add, I've got some, what are they called, little chalky things, what are these called? Baking morsels, choc chips, that's the word, but that expired in November last year, so it does needs to be eaten, but also, yeah, I figured this is going to be like a healthy little treat. I'm just making a thing. Obviously me and my kids will all be eating it tonight, so throw in a few of those, and then you add in cocoa powder. I don't really know what I'm doing, and then we've also got this powdered peanut butter that I'm hoping I can substitute. So instead of using real peanut butter, as the recipe suggests, I'll just use the powder stuff. I do have real peanut butter, but I just want to use this up, to be honest, because this is about 4 years out of date, probably. So anyway, let's get blending. Hope my ninja can handle this. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to add the chocolate stuff to it. it just made a mess on top. So this is my chocolate with the chocolate with chocolate chips, and then let's do a bit of this one. This is the peanut butter. It's got a nice smooth consistency. I mean, it doesn't really taste like ice cream, I don't think. It's kind of like soft serve, but the texture, but it still tastes banana-y. It's like Angel Delight, actually, the English dessert that you get, Angel Delight. Pretty good, I guess, pretty healthy. You know when you taste something for the first time, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so good. But then as you eat more of it, you're like, it kind of does just taste like bananas. I am going to try and make another batch in the future just to see if I can perfect it, get it tasting a bit more, bit better. It's not a bad substitute for ice cream, but it definitely is not ice cream. Let's not kid ourselves, it's not ice cream. My kids absolutely loved it though, so I think I'm just going to keep telling them it's ice cream, and then give them, you know, banana pudding for dessert every time. Good morning. It is Tuesday. It is weigh-in day for me. So last week I weighed in at 219.6 pounds. This week, drum roll please, after a bit of a, to be honest, not the best week in terms of eating. You know, it could have been better. But this week I weighed in at 218 pounds on the nose, which gives me, and I hope you can hear me, a grand total loss this week of 1.6 pounds. I'm happy with that. I mean, a pound a week is the goal really, because if you think about it, even if that was only 1 pound a week, that's 52 pounds in a year. It's the long game, okay? And then that brings my grand total of poundage loss to 15 pounds. So now I've just 1 stone, 1 pound. I overestimated my mathematical calculations last week. But yeah, so a stone, I've lost 1 stone, 1 pound, so 15 pounds. All in all, not too bad. If you're interested in knowing what this challenge is or what it is that I'm doing, it's 6-7-day group challenge. I'll leave a link above where you can watch the original video. It is not too late to start. Of course you can start anytime. You could even skip to day 8 if you want and just do, you know, the remaining days with us. There's no hard or fast rules. You kind of, well, at least in my head there isn't. You sort of make it up as you go and use it as a guideline, a way to keep yourself accountable. I'm loving all the people who are commenting on my YouTube community posts. I've been posting there every day to hold myself accountable, and on my Instagram too. And a lot of other people have been commenting as well, so please keep that up. If I don't reply to everyone, I'm sorry. It's super late at night when I get around to updating it myself, and it's, you know, the last thing I'm doing before bed. I do read all your comments though, and I'm just hearting them. And yeah, everyone, you are doing fantastically well. Good job, and I will see you all so soon. Bye bye.